Hello guys, welcome back to Programming with Rana Waqas. In today's video, I will tell you about continue statement in loops. So what is a continue expression? Suppose you are working with loops. It is sometimes desirable to skip the current iteration of the loop. In such case, continue is used. The continue construct skips the current iteration of the enclosing loop, and the control of the paradigm program jumps to the end of the loop body. So let me write here its syntax. So while, and here will be text expression 1, and here you have some code written over here, and if this test expression 2 is true, then you are writing here continue, and here is code, some code is present over here. So it is almost always used with if else construct. For example, like this code which I have written over here, if the test expression 2 is evaluated to true, continue is executed, which skips all the codes inside while loop, that is code 2. So let's have a look on a bigger picture. So here you can see while test expression 1, and if test expression 2 is true, the continue will go to the this test expression 1 evaluation. So here if you are using it inside do while loop, so if this test expression is true, test expression 2 is true, so this continue will skip all this code which is written over here, and it will go to the while condition. In for loop, if this condition of if statement is true, so this continue will skip all the code written below this continue statement, and it will go to the for statement again. So let's take an example of code. So let me comment this code. That was just a syntax. So let's write a code over here to understand the continue statement. So I in 1 to 5, this loop will start from 1 and go to 5. So let's print the statement over here, dollar I always printed. So if I is greater than 1 and I is less than 5, so we will continue, and here after this if statement I am writing here print line, and here I am writing dollar I not always printed. So when you will run this code, you can see here this line is inside for loop, but you will see that this line will not run. So let's run this code. This continue will work when I is greater than 2 and I is less than 5. Means for 2, 3, 4, these three values, this continue will work. For I equals to 1, this line will work, and for I is equal to 5, this line will work. So here you can see 1 always printed, 1 not always printed. For the value of 1, when this condition is true, continue will work, and for the value of 2, 3, 4, this continue is working, and this line number 22 is skipping. So here you can see when the I is 5, so this if condition is false, so that's why this line number 22 is executed. So if I write here equals to, and here I is less than equal to 5, so when I rerun this code, you will see that this line number 22 will not executed in any case. So let's suppose let's take an example. So let's take some positive integers, and we want to add all the positive integers, and if the number is negative, so we want to skip it, we don't want to add it. So for that we will make a variable number that we will take from user, and here is a variable sum in which we will calculate the total sum, and we will write for loop I in range of 1 to 6, and here is print statement, and we will write here enter an integer and user will enter here by using read line, and here we will use toInt to convert this string into integer, and then we will check that if this number is less than equal to 0, then we will continue, otherwise we will add it into the sum. And let's print the overall answer here, dollar sum. So let's run this code. Let's enter some numbers: 1, 3, 5, -1 and 0 and 5. So here you can see that it is not adding any negative number. So let's add this: 1 plus 3, that is 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 5, 14. So the answer is correct. So as a break statement, like labeled break statement, we have also a labeled continue. So let's see what is meant by labeled continue. So for labeled continue, let me write here a code. This is the label, so you can write it like label, or you can name it like whatever you like to name it. So here at, so whenever we write at, it means that is a label. So for loop I in 1 to 5, and here is another loop, that is j in 1 to 4, and if I is double equal to 3 or j is double equal to 2, so we want to continue. So here you can see a simple continue and continue label with label. So we are calling here continue at here. So we are printing here I equals to dollar I, and j equals to dollar j. So let's run this code, and we'll see that what is the output. So here you can see when I is equal to j, that is continue, means that is skipping all the things and moving to this one. And if j is double equal to 2, so you can see here whenever j is 2, so it is not running any code that is for j equal to 3 or j equal to 4. So the use of labeled continue is often discouraged, that it makes your code hard to understand. If you are in a situation where you have to use labeled continue, refactor your code and try to solve it in a different way to make it more readable. So hope so guys, you are taking some knowledge from my videos. So don't forget to like this video, and comment if you are getting any knowledge from my videos. So let me tell you that I will make 100 of videos on Kotlin and on different languages like Python, PHP. So to get the notification of my video, subscribe my channel and click on bell icon too. Take care. See you in my next video.